Hello everyone and welcome back to the new video in my channel. This is the part 2 of the previous videos when I showed up the 5 computers. So now I have done it, and well, that's it. And I also would like to thank everyone that is joining my channel. It's growing faster, and I even have changed my clothes, and the viewers time will grow slowly as well, because I'm making short videos and don't do it so much live. But stick around and you will see more of my videos. If you're new, hit that little button right there and make sure you subscribe, and you will see oncoming videos. But now let's see what I got in my computers. Part 2. Alright people, it's time to do the computer scrapping. It's a brand of Dell, and every computer weighs a lot. As you can see, it's also stuff in here, so they are actually no empty. But I don't know what's inside, how many RAM sticks there are, and what kind of CPU we are talking about, or what kind of hard drive we are talking about. So let's pop this open, and we are looking. I found this in electronic bins, so people have been in here and removed some stuff, especially the CPU and some RAM stick. They moved away. But in this computer, the first thing I see is they still have the cooling fan and a really nice big chunk of heatsink. As you see, it's copper. I just removed the frame. The frame are aluminium, and we have a nice good of fans. So because of the bottom one with the tin plated copper, hold on, let's see if I can try to remove the don't make it harder for yourself, just cut the cable and move on. So I'm removing the aluminum case, and it's thin plated copper, so everything goes as copper. But what I'm gonna do is trying to remove as much pure copper I can before I put everything in the second one. So that's in your case it's gonna be copper 1 and copper 2. So that's the first thing I saw in this computer. Put that on the side. As I said, this is the cooling fan. There's a nice motor in it, and I do see the hard drive is gone, but that's okay. You see the ROM is there, and there we have the I assume they are kind of PSU, the power supply unit. Just wonder how to. There's an arrow like that. I don't know. Go my way or highway. Well, we figure it out in a second. And this is just metal. And removing the cables. Right. This is nice looking ID cables with gold plated parts. Put them as a side as well. Same deal here. And this is probably from the hard drive. Same deal. Same deal. Plastic. We have some screws over there. This is some power contacts. Right. There are these clips that holding the cables. Right. This is the cable from the power supply unit. Nope. Right. And this is a kind of, I don't know, but the pins here are no gold plated, but they are nice wire anyway. And now how do I remove the and here's the CD-ROM. I do have some screws to remove. I have one screw over there. Know how to but I noticed that I probably can move the bottom one somehow. There's some kind of contact. All right. Let's try some other kind of tools. Let's see if I can take this out somehow. I don't know why it's actually messing with me. Alright. Go the hard way or go the our way. So I do have to do some damage, but I get it off. Put that on the side. And now we need to remove of course it's too big. It's an old-fashioned computer. It's a little bit harder, and other computers, it should be some kind of lifting or pulling part. I don't know. Trying to remove the clips, it will go easier. Why does everything have to be so stiff? I had never had problem with this before. Alright, we move that as long. This is a audio and USB port. We have a lot of gold-plated pins. Gold-plated pins there, and a lot of gold-plated pins right here, and also inside there. Should be more screws. Plastic. One screw is gone. That's new. I have never. Oh, right. Cool. So this is the first motherboard off, and I did see a nice gold-plated. Where are you? There you are. BGA. A lot of gold-plated pins right over there. Also here, aluminium, lots of copper. I'm gonna go through this later. Right now I just need to figure out how to remove the last So, right, this is the last little piece of circuit board in this computer, and we have some tactical switch which contain a little bit silver in it. I'm gonna go through that later. That's computer 1. What's in computer 2? It's basically the same deal. I have this power supply unit. I do have the fan. It's are exactly the same as the first one. Removing the computer 3. Right. Yes! Score! Alright. Let's put this up again. Alright, this tower, called a mini tower. First thing I see is a real nice big chunk of aluminium heatsink. And let's remove the cables. Same deal here. This is the ID contacts. Power units. What more do we have? I do see a oh, it is a hard drive here. Yeah, it is. It's a hard drive. I want to see what's in the inside there. Oh, okay. It's a Mac store. It's only 80 gigabyte. It's high tech on that time. So, but a big chunk of aluminium in there, and we have some nice circuit board with gold plated pins. Put that on the side. And let's see what more we have. There's some kind of more shred. Here we go. We have the nice big chunk of gold-plated contact. This part contains gold. I'm gonna show you later. Small speaker. Power units. Right, another motherboard. I'm gonna go through all this everything later. I just want to quick demolish everything. another kind of power supply. Put that on the side. And I guess I have to, no. Alright, it's a front feeder. Plastic. And you remove the CD-ROM somehow. I don't see any more screws, so I don't know why. Alright, maybe this has something to do with it. No, it's just rubber. Rubber and rubbish. I have to take it out this way because the other side of this box is actually there are no screws there. Stay. However, so easy. I just put it up on the side and it recently just popped off. Isn't that humor? Here we have something else. We have same deal here, some kind of speaker or headphone or some kind of connection with two extra USB. Boom. Same deal here, gold contact. Alright. Boom. Another nice aluminium heatsink. Scrap. Plastic. More ID cables. Oh, that's nice. This looks like this has never been used because all the fabric plastic covers are still here. Cool. But however, it's still gonna go in my charge and boom. This is a small speaker. And yes, we have the hard drive here as well. same deal here. It's 80 gigabyte Mac Store. But you still got about at least 400 gram aluminum just for the case. So yeah. That's number 4. Alright, let's go for the last piece. This looks really more broken than the other. Let's see. Well, it's the same as the other 3. We have this nice fan with the aluminium, and I do hate this clips. I also don't notice that those are probably brass, but some have problem to release them, and I have noticed that you can use one of those cylinders, and you can use 5 millimeters. Not everyone, but a lot of them. If you get stuck like that, or you can in there, it's a lot faster to use this. instead for use your fingers. Sometimes a little bit tighter between the screws and the unit, but you notice this 4 went pretty fast. Some of those you will need some kind of nibbler or just to pop it open, but you need to save those because they contain brass. Where are you? There you are. And I drop it. So save them, and if you have opportunity, find one of those to use. It's 5 millimeters. It will help you a lot. Some of them, not everyone, but some of them. Every computer does have that. Somehow, somewhere on the circuit boards, or this is for the TV monitor, printers, whatever you can imagine. Sometimes you even also find this one on the cases where the motherboards are connected to. As I found some of them a little bit bigger. If you see the difference, these two are smaller and these are bigger, so you may be gonna need a bigger one because they're not fit. So, but your brass. So don't throw those away. If you're unsure, make sure to use a magnet. And now we're going for the contacts, and I will show you a little bit. An easy way to actually process this part is really easy. You just take the this part and release that. You twist it and you cut the other one, and you're starting to remove them slowly. Sometimes they fall off on this part, and then you look if you're high yield or low yield, but most of the time they are just half plated. So you have to separate them as low yield and high yield. Sometimes if you're really lucky, the center one can actually be some gold plate as well, or high yield as well, but this is just regular steel or brass, which means you have to check it not stick here, right? You see that? So probably these pieces are maybe brass. We just grind it a little bit, and I can see right now it's no, that's copper. All right, so make sure to check those. So this is actually tin plated copper, so you can put it at copper number 2 because this turned red, not yellow. Same with the deal with the screws I talk about. Always make sure, and it's yellow, so this is brass. So once again, they are really easy to process. Remove that, twist it, remove that, and slowly try to bend it over. Next one, boom, and you have copper stripes. So the deal is with every one of those, squeeze, release. Squeeze and release, and you have some copper. Insulated copper wire. They are so thin, so you don't have no point to actually trying to strip them. It actually won't work if you don't burn it, and I don't recommend you don't burn, because you don't want to get any value from it. Go pretty fast, actually, if you just figure out your easiest way to do it. Some of them has a little bit bigger teeth, so it's easier to pick them up. So there are a lot of gold in these small pieces. Some of them actually have high yield. Some of them, most of them are low yield. It's depend on brand or year of the computer. So you have to check everything, and also check. Always have a magnet with you somehow to check the center parts. I thought it was brass, but I checked it and it was actually copper. But if they are not magnetic, you should definitely grind it, and you will notice what kind of material you are working with and where you should put it. See, it's really easy. Soon you get hang on it, you will notice the your way to remove them. I don't know how many of those I actually have been scrapping, so this is like, you know, it's too easy for me, but you still have to done. And I'm gonna start doing more and more the process as many of scrappers I see out there doing. Try to process everything at the same time and don't stock too much of some kinds that needs more space. If they need more space, you need to scrap them out to get more smaller space that take less area. Then you can stock up the smaller parts. As these cables, I don't want to stock them up with the contact. I want to remove the contact instantly, so I can remove the cables, because they are a little bit annoying to handle actually, because they are so stiff. And I'm really surprised by myself. I made 5 computers with a little bit problem at the first one, but I just desiccated 5 computers in like 15 minutes. So let's see when this time is over, all the contacts I did here, but also showing how I do it and other stuff. It's actually, let's say 5 minutes. 5 minutes to make all the this one. Oh, boom. Alright, one of the fans I had to take apart. As you see, there are a really nice chunk of copper wire in it. So this I only did one, so you can see it. Now I'm gonna take apart this, one of this PSU. Then we take the next one. Then we go for the CD room, and I'm gonna show you what's inside those. So once again, I do see a fan in here. Right. Let's remove the fan. So, boom. Another fan for the fan family. And remove the that screw. This one, that one, that one, and I need to remove this one. Are there any more screws in here? Yep. Right. Shred. Plastic. So, what do I find in this PSU? I do find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copper spools. Really nice. And also 3 aluminium heatsink and this capacitor or resistor, or what's it called. I do also see on this side, right in there, the white one. That's a really nice copper as well. And I do see some copper. This one are actually the same, like that. It's copper in this one, and this one contains aluminium. And we have some copper right in there, and another smaller transformer. And what more? See a little small IC chips. On this circuit board I just break, you see some IC chips, some ICs, and really nice aluminium, some copper cables. None of them contains gold, but it just popped at the end. I don't think there's any words to actually process them. I know these parts are contain brass. I have not figured out the best way yet to actually take the pins out from the contacts. I did buy a tool that you stick in here to remove everything, so you can use the same contact if you need to restore some contacts. I did buy it, but I don't actually know how it works, so I'm gonna figure out an idea. When I do it, I'm gonna show you. So another contact. So yeah, it's a pretty much great power supply. We take the other one away, and we go for the big square one. This one is really typical in all the computers, even new one. So this is really kind of basic. They are fan. We have the contact in, and the contact contains brass. Of course. Why are you jumping like a squirrel? Why are you really messing with me now? Should not be any problem. Alright. I think it's time to go bananas. One way or another, I'm gonna get into this. If I need violence, I do it. Go big, go home, go bang bang, go wherever. You have to use some ideas, you know. I want in and I get in. Somehow I do it. It's always a win for me when it comes to scrapping. No electronic will ever try to mess with me. So we have a nice big chunk of transformer, which contains good copper, and we have this fan. So let's switch the this one again. So cool, right. The part is done. We have a fan which contain some motor in it. Then we do have the same deal here. A lot of copper, tin plated copper. Always, let's say 90% of all computer cables contains tin plated copper. So if you succeeded to strip this one, you can manage to have it copper too, instead for sell it as the installation wire instead. And I do see two nice aluminium screw-down aluminium heatsinks, two more copper here, aluminum, sorry, and one transformer here of copper. Then we have the copper there, and then we copper there, and also we have a copper right over there. And we have some smaller other copper things, like a spring thing right here. No, get off, get off. So yep, that's what you have in this square kind of power supply. And I do have the contact here that contain brass. And as usual, you know where my screws goes to. It's go to my bucket of shame. Alright, let's deal with the 5, no, not everyone, but one of them, 5 cedar rounds. Before I move to the main part of the thing. If you're scrapping, you don't have to be so nice to the material. Just go. Pop it. Boom. Make it easy for you. Go hard or go home. Alright. With some nice chips on that one. And also nice gold plated contacts. That's the ID part. I see some motor that's turn the regular disc. We should have a motor that's actually driving this front and back. That's right over there. And we have the other small one. Sometimes the shaft, you can see it, the shaft looks like a spring and like a liquid on it. Actually, most of the time are actually brass. So you can pop that out pretty easy. Just take it and break it like that. Boom. Then you have nice nice pure brass. Oh, it's too hot in this room. So, and yeah, some motors. They usually really check the lens part. If you want to really go really small with some stuff, you can find some goodies in this one. Otherwise, just don't put any time at all. Just to remove the spinner. The spinner or a copper in here, and also the motor. Boom. That's it. All right. Let's go to the main thing. Alright, here is the motherboard. We have some nice IC chips with the, no, BGA, sorry, BGA, that with the golden corner. And we have gold in here, we have gold in here, we have gold for the round sticks, we have gold for the contacts inside, the ID contacts. We do have gold in here, that's from the CPU. We have the internet RJ45 jacks, you can see the gold there. We have the USB. Sometimes the audio contacts contain gold, but do check them out. Don't throw them away. Process them and check that it could be brass or copper plating. So don't throw this away. Check everything, you know. Same deal with these frames. I have noticed some of these frames are actually contain brass, but they are chromed, alright? So remove them, check them with the magnets. If they not stick, they are probably brass or copper. So don't throw this away before you check them out. Same deal with these pins. These contain brass sometimes, or even copper. Here you have copper. Here you have aluminium. Let's see if I can, with one hand, trying to take it out. Yep. That's aluminium heatsink. I just removing the steel pin. Then we have some nice chips there. You have some gold corner, which means that well about to process. Every corner has some gold thing. Then we have copper, 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 and aluminium, aluminium. Yes, I do process those. But right now I don't do it, but I removed this one. I removed these parts because the cylinder is actually copper. So I save all those for in time. So I removed the plastic and the thing. You see the ceiling here. I trying to open up, and then I took everything out and put it in copper. But when you do it, make sure you have kind of bucket or something under it, because sometimes it contains some kind of liquid, and you get a liquid oil thing. So you pop everything out in a bucket, and then you throw it in the aluminium. So yeah, I do save those and I process them. Not every single one, but most of them that are big enough to actually do. And what more do we see on this circuit board and the motherboard? Oh yeah, we have some silver crystal. We have some MLCCs. Some right over there. What more do we see? Well, there's pretty much. If you also have lucky when you're removing the battery, the ceilings right here can also contains gold, so make sure to check every time there. If you want to sell the circuit board as they are, always remove the battery from the board. Battery has to be gone. Otherwise, you can do whatever you want. Then we have another silver crystal right over there. And, well, I think that's pretty much it. That's it. Every single of my 5 motherboard are actually exact the same. Aluminium, gold, 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 gold. Gold BGA and some aluminium and copper. Also check this one, as I said. So yeah, that's the part I get from that. Then I got this big nice chunk of aluminium. 1, 2. Then we have aluminium and also copper and copper too. But I normally trying to remove the central plate, because it's going to be a really nice thing to I'm making ingots. So what I'm doing is actually I'm polish this up and make a nice kind of bracelet or just something, you know, or I sell it as a copper. So you can actually do something about it, just not throw it away and sell it as a jewelry. I got 3 of those. Pretty nice chunk of heatsink. Then I still have 3 more fans. Do have all the cables with the contacts. I do have my hard drives that contains gold. Oh, by the way, I saw it right now. Don't forget to remove these small things right there, you know, when you're slotting the BGA from master to slave. Sometimes it also contains even on the circuit board. If you pop this one, you have really nice 2 focus, thank you, gold, really high yield gold plated parts in that one. So yeah, you see I removed that one, that's gold pins, and you put this one right there somehow somewhere, but this is contain goals, so don't throw this away. This you can stack up, then you can put the day just to process them. You see? You see my dirty fingers right now, but that's okay. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. Right in there, you see the gold. Focus. Cooperate. Oop, sorry. Alright, here you go. So yeah, that's it. Thank you everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more scrapping videos.